I'm Sean Baker. I'm one of the co-creators of the film Takeout. This is my second feature film, first one that I'm co-directing. I grew up in the tri-state area. I've lived in Manhattan for 16 years.
My name is Shichin Zhou. I'm one of the co-directors of film Takeout. I was born and raised in Taiwan and came to New York 8 years ago. And this is my first film.
Charles Jang, I play Ming Ding. It's my first leading role in a feature film. And I speak English.
大家好，我叫尤振华，今年32、3。我是在纽约念，NYU 表演艺术管理，然后刚好就是去看到有一个试镜的机会去试这样。
嗨，我姓李，Winnie Lee， 我从马来西亚来美国也是20多年，然后我在我们的中华餐馆做了7、8年。 之前还是在另外的餐馆做了5、6年，一路来都是做餐馆。
Hi, my name is Colin Justin Wan, and I play Wei in Takeout. I'm from Singapore. I basically born and raised there.
My name is Jeff Huang, and I play the character of Mon in Takeout. I am one of the chefs in the kitchen. Being in Takeout, that was my first acting experience ever.
Xiqing and I wanted to make a social realist film about New York City, and we happened to have lived above a Chinese restaurant at the time.
And we see those delivery guys every day, come in and out, rain or shine.
Now, at first, we thought this film was going to be more of a look at New York City and the people who live in New York City through the eyes of one of these guys.
We both love the style, cinema verite. So. This is a very good, subject. You can follow them around and see how their life is like.
Once we started doing research on the film, we realized there was a much more important issue here than just sort of a window into the lives of the residents in New York City. We started our research off with a couple of books. One being Forbidden Workers by Peter Kwong, another one being Smuggled Chinese by Colin Chin. These books really sort of gave us the background and the facts that we needed to know in order to start this project. But then we were fortunate enough to actually do our own research.
We were really lucky. We found a restaurant uptown, 102nd Street, 103rd Street on Amsterdam. We went out to a restaurant for a whole month. We go there every day and we talk to the workers, trying to know their routine, how they work.
They told us about their struggles. They told us about the way they came into the country.
I speak Mandarin, so it's really easy for them to open up to me.
And we really were able to develop this script around a lot of these a lot of the research that we did personally.
I was online. I don't know if it was Backstage Online or Craigslist, but at the time I'm looking for any project, whether it's small, well, obviously it wasn't running into any big projects, and saw the audition and thought, just always get out there.
Thanks to my roommate at the time, he actually found the link on Craigslist looking for an actor who speaks Mandarin to be in a film.
Action!
他是那个黑鬼要来卖脚踏车的。那个黑鬼，他妈的那个黑鬼，哪个黑鬼？
We actually have our audition on the street. I was kind of self-conscious, doing my audition on the street. We're reading our lines on the street in the corner. I don't know why they cast me. She said, "Oh, you remind me of Takeout Chef." I don't think that was a compliment, but I'm like, okay.
We found Johnny on NYU Taiwanese Students Association, and he was actually a theater actor in Taiwan, and he's really experienced. I remember on the casting, he got it right away.
And it's kind of interesting because I never had an audition out on the street. That was cool. And then it's all in Mandarin, which is, I thought that was great because, I'm Korean, but I speak Mandarin, so I thought, see if I could go under the radar kind of a thing. And from what I remember, I don't think I told him that I was Korean until after kind of the deal was sealed kind of a thing.
Working in a working restaurant, a restaurant that we could not shut down for 1 minute, was insane.
餐馆很小，非常非常小，大概我不知道，大概就是一般的店面的一半这样子，而且是很长这样子。
It was fun. It was hot. I remember because it's such a small space, and the heat was there, and we didn't stop business, so they were doing business as usual. So we were like fighting for time and moving around really fast.
It brought a spontaneity to it, to the whole experience, and it brought an energy that I don't think we would have been able to create on our own.
对，最困难就是我们的 lunch 忙的时候，他们也要接受这个镜头，我也要做这个生意，比较大家有一点很忙很紧张，一点点罢了。
There were 3 actual cooks in the restaurant doing their job as our actors were also mimicking their jobs. Jeff, Johnny, and Justin wear the exact same clothes as the real workers. We bought 2 sets of each article of clothing. So basically there were 3 sets of twins walking around the restaurant at all times. Just in case my camera swished and accidentally landed on an actual worker, I could just frame from the neck down, and then, hey, we could use that shot.
Missy is such a character. She's really funny, really witty.
She was like, an aunt figure, like a big sister aunt figure, so it worked out great for the dynamic, of our characters.
The whole time, she was not only playing this character and bringing this character to life, but she was basically our consultant, our creative and factual consultant. So, thank God that we found her.
She was very good at focusing on kind of getting the job done, like her real restaurant work done in the manner that she always does. And so she was really great in kind of doing that without minding all the acting and all the people running around and having us filmed her.
Miss Lee is a live wire. She's really good. I think she's really good. If you really understand, the Cantonese stuff that she was saying, that was hilarious. Yeah.
那跟她相处也是很愉快的一件事情。我记得她会常常在拍片的时候跟我们开玩笑。
I like to eat really spicy food. So I mean, she knows the entire thing. Like, I'm Korean. I like spicy food, so she would totally hook it up.
Without her, this movie would not be here.
他们的生活都是这样，送外卖啊，回来做东西，帮手啊，然后又去送啊，都是很忙碌咯，很紧张的生活咯。他们是在送外卖的，危险性也很大。如果他们到个治安不好的地方，分分钟都有人打抢他们。而且我跟他们讲，如果人家打抢你，你就把个钱啊、餐啊给他们，不要反抗，保自己的生命。Charles， 他不错啊，他因为什么？他做外卖郎啊，他什么都不懂啊，他不会讲英语，什么都不会讲，所以他的样子楚楚可怜，就是很适合他。我所知道外卖郎刚刚从大陆来的都是很多这样，他们不会说一下子适应到美国的生活，就所以好像人家讲什么他就是听什么，他就去做什么，慢慢他就会改过来了。
我觉得那蛮好玩，就是说以演员来讲说，你不是到一个空景去，然后就是直接演这些你想象的，而是你想象的这些人，他就在你面前，所以其实你可以看得到，你会很直接观察他们，然后等一下就可以演他们。
And I thought that was pretty fun. I was actually hoping for an opportunity to actually cook a real dish. Being in the kitchen environment, and even though I wasn't cooking anything for real, just kind of going through the motion and kind of getting the feel for the place was pretty neat. But obviously when the quote-unquote stunt doubles took over, kind of seeing the work that they do, it's kind of a whole different level. It's like, oh.
Sean and Shicheng was trying to go for authenticity, realism, to be as realistic as possible. So we were kind of, put in the situation in a real restaurant and then working alongside with the with the actual chef, and we get to talk to them, and then, trying to pick up some of them, simple gestures and stuff like that, and how they feel about working in the, in the restaurant, and how how they come to US, so have better insight of what they are. So that helps a lot, when we are playing the characters.
演这种很特殊的，不是我们日常生活里面常常看到的电视里面、电影里面的人，这个是一个我觉得是一个最有趣的点。
I mean, at first it's kind of exciting, just biking in the furious rain. But after novelty wore off, after like 30 seconds, you're like, holy shit, I'm freezing. Then it'll stop being funny. You're trying to like bike with like this half-ass mountain bike, dodging traffic, and you don't have health insurance. Good times.
I can't deny the fact that we were definitely influenced by the Dogma 95 movement, The Idiots being probably my favorite film of all time, the films of the Dardenne brothers, and of course Cassavetes. And even, I think it was just a few months before we made Takeout that Xiqing and I got to see a screening of Shirley Clark's Cool World. And we were like, wow, people were making this sort of film 40 years ago. We wanted to bring our own stuff into it too, and I think you'll see, definitely you'll see our influences, but you'll also see where we branched out on our own. I have a love for the New York films of the 70s. The Panic in Needle Park and Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. And French Connection. And those films just have such a great, gritty realism about them that I don't see anymore. And we had the opportunity to bring this realism to screen in a whole different way because of DV and digital video. When people see video, they think reality because of what Cops has done in reality television and home movies throughout the years. Video conveys realism. So we were going for all those films that we loved from the 70s, but we were also knowing that the medium that we were shooting on and the way that we were shooting might convey this realism even more. Takeout is truly an independent film. Cost $3,000 that we paid for out of our own pocket, shot it on digital video with a skeleton crew, if you can even call it that.
Everything just happened. I guess that just feels like it was meant to be.
I think it was an interesting experience, and I think it was inspiring for me too. Because like Xiqing and Sean just did it. Just two of them who did the whole movie, and it kind of inspiring for me. It's like, oh, maybe it can be done. If you want to tell a story so badly, you just have to do it.
Actually, we had a screening in Long Island when the movie was in New York Asian American Film Festival, and there was this Chinese girl. She came up to me after the Q&A, actually after everybody left the theater. She said, I can't believe this story is so, the way you did the movie and the stories are really so real, because I was smuggling to the country, and that's how, we all been through, all the story. We stay on a boat for like 2-3 months. Have to transfer to different locations, and she was amazed how we got all the facts and how we did a film.
I hope this film has the same effect on audiences as it's had on us as filmmakers. Which basically was that it's opened our eyes in a lot of ways to an invisible culture and to the plight of the illegal immigrant in the United States, especially post 9/11.
The first time that I realized the potential of the film was after the first screening. That was the first time seeing the film from beginning to end. A couple thoughts came through my head of kind of what the film could accomplish and what I hope it would. First of all, obviously, just kind of, give people a little glimpse into the day-to-day lives of Chinese restaurant workers. I mean, it's a tough, tough life.
I hope at least that will be the good turnout for the film is people will start to notice the little things in their life they never notice, they never pay attention to, and start to make the society a little bit better.
We're not politicians, we're filmmakers. So we're not here to provide answers, we're here to raise questions and raise questions for ourselves. I mean, that's why we made the film, because I was interested in the subject. We were both interested in the subject.
所谓的 American Dream 是不是真的有像 American Dream 这么真的像那样子？其实通常是没有。所以我觉得这部片其实就是让一般人可以有机会看到很生活、很实际，尤其是这部片拍片的。
If you look at Asian Americans in our society, Asian Americans kind of have that quote-unquote model minority label put on them. Everyone thinks Asian Americans are good at math and they all go to great schools. But the reality is, and more, you have a lot of Asian Americans who are kind of being left behind by society because of the life that they live.
But at the end of the day, it's an issue that is not going to be solved with one film. So we knew that from the beginning, and we didn't set out to, we set out to basically shed light on the subject.
I think it brings identity to people that have no identity. I mean, people that bring food to your door, you don't even think twice whether or not they have a life outside of delivering you food. Because you live in a life, a privileged life where you don't have to, even think about that. You just have to worry about your Palm Pilot, your cable TV, and your internet, high-speed internet. And now you realize that dude that just brought your food to the door, what kind of life he lives. And I think that kind of, brings some insight opens the eyes for people that don't even consider this stuff in their day-to-day. I mean, I'm guilty of it.
If anything, if there's anything, there's one thing that I would hope people to take away from this film after watching it is that next time they order Chinese takeout, they'll give these people a lot more tip and a lot more respect and just, thank them for the work that they're doing and make their life a little easier if you can. That's all.
当然了，为什么你这样大胆啊？胆子这样大，敢去，我说什么都要试试嘛。所以我说不用怕的，他以后再叫我们也会去的。我希望我们再可以合作，哈，